great way to start the night. I spoke about this horse's trial win recently at Shepherd, and he was very impressive. He didn't beat a lot that chased him in the trial, but the times he ran were terrific, and he never looked like he was going to stop in the trial, and he repeated that tonight. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, he went super. I thought he'd go good tonight, but I wasn't expecting for him to go that well, and he's had a really good prep, and we've been really happy with him the whole way through.
Very much so. He's not much to look at as far as his physique is concerned. He's a lightly framed little horse.
He is, he's a little bit of a firecracker. He's just always on edge, and I think he's got the potential probably to take the next level. He's just got to learn a few little things, and he's just got to try and relax a bit.
Good performance by Somewhere Secret. He's a very smart horse. That was his 13th win now from 31 starts. Couldn't get in the race last start. He was a good winner 2 starts ago at Kilmore, and tonight, I'm not sure whether you've driven him in the past before. I can't recall you having, but you may have. But well done on the win tonight.
Thanks, Robbie. Yeah, I think I drove him maybe once very early on in a derby heat. So yeah, it was nice to get back on him. He's a lovely animal to drive, and yeah, he did a good job. He
certainly did. Couple of horses there were playing up at the start, caused a little bit of a delay. This horse handled it all well.
Didn't worry him at all. Yeah, you would have thought it was a bunch of 2-year-olds having their first start, not a field of claimers. So yeah, we were having a bit of carnage around at the start, just getting them all in line. But yeah, no, he was no worries. It didn't affect him.
And tonight, you began well, got into a really good spot. You looked to be the winner a long way from home, but there was just a patch there that she looked like she was under pressure herself, and took a while to pick up and get there over the line.
Yeah, for sure. The other circumstances that we needed to win the race for the favourite to cop some pressure, and it turned into a bit of a slog up the straight, but just had to ease her slowly into the sprint lane just so she wouldn't lose her gait. She has been known to make a mistake when steering back down to the left. So I just wanted to be extra cautious. And then once she knuckled down and flattened out up the straight, she was really good and found the line super.
I'm sure you would have enjoyed that drive, Jack.
Yeah, no, it was a nice one to pick up that one. As we've been seeing in previous weeks, Herbie usually drives her, and this week it looked like he might have had one a little bit better to drive, and things probably didn't work out as good for him as they did for us, and so, a good one to pick up.
Certainly was. Talk us through the race. You were pretty much just sitting there, coming to the home turn. You had to push yourself out of that pocket.
Yeah, we wanted to come out and get her wound up before that sprint lane come if we could. That's sort of how she likes to be. That's how she likes to run. She's not a real zippy, but does wind up. She's got a real quick quarter on her, but take her 50 metres to just get up to that speed. So we worked out of there nice. Kate decided to come out as well, and I was sort of hoping that she'd stay to the sprint lane, and that sort of disadvantaged us a little bit. But she knuckled down real good. She fought to the line real strong.
Let's talk about your journey into harness racing, because it's something that I really want to focus on.
Yep.
You came from a family that was not involved from a horse perspective. It was something that you just fell in love with the game from an outsider and wanting to get some involvement in the sport, and you knocked on a few doors and ended up at David Miles' stable.
That's correct. So I left school in the end of year 10, and I did plumbing for half a year, and I didn't really like school. So Mum didn't want me staying at home, and because she works in the office, she was talking to a lot of the trainers, and just happened to be pretty lucky to get with a good stable at David Miles.
How did you fall in love with the sport? I mean, what sort of attracted you to the game?
Well, to be honest, I've said it a lot, and I didn't actually like horses when I first started. Just going off a lot of the TV shows. It's a little bit sexist, but I thought it was just, a girl's thing, and I've always wanted to work outdoors, and as soon as, the first 3 months I volunteered and just fell in love with it. and I definitely take back any thoughts I thought about horses.
Pretty tough night. I think probably halfway through that race she might have been thinking to herself, I should have stayed in bed this morning, because everything was turning not too good for you tonight, and I started to think that race wasn't turning out much better for you either.
Yeah, exactly, Rob. When he started getting a bit keen, he hasn't got keen for quite a while, and everything was just playing exactly into our hands like we wanted, and he began so well, and I thought this is perfect. And then when he got keen, I was like, yeah, this isn't great, but he actually went better than he's ever gone, so, or as good as he's gone. The last mile was off the clock, but obviously he enjoyed the stand, and yeah, everything went terrific.
Amazing, isn't it? 1:56.9 last mile
Yeah.
after pulling like that.
And I thought the track was slow tonight. I honestly thought it was just a little bit slower than normal. It seems quite heavy, which is good because it's got good cushioning. But I thought, yeah, after the first couple of races, I thought, I think the track's just a little bit slow tonight and slower than normal, but maybe not.
Never have to work again, Scotty. You can retire now. After all the money you've made, $60 and $45. Well done.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a good boy and I don't bet, so but someone's made money, and I hope the owners have made money, which they did last week, so hopefully they followed up. But he's a gem, mate. I said he's just got. He had a lot of trouble breaking into the racing over here because, I mean, in Adelaide he was just way too good for him, and here he wanted to get here, and I think I told you before, he was pulling and doing things wrong and over racing, and yeah, it took him a while, but he's settled and he's working good, and now, like last week, I give him a good chance, even though he's big odds. We fenced him because it's a long way home from 11, but he done the job for us, and I actually thought tonight he'd be a big chance. I thought they'd cough up 5-6 to 1. He's 20 to 1 again, so hey, you want to dish him out, that's fine by us, but I think he's a nice little horse.
Tonight she was too good.
Yeah, just down a bit in class tonight, Rob. As you say, 2 times better, and her have been locking horns over the last couple of seasons, but that filly doesn't seem to be quite at the top of her game, and I don't think our filly is either, just quietly. She was okay last week against those really good fillies, but thought she was probably a length off her best. Did just beat, or just got beat home by Miss McGonigal, who made the form look good, but she was great tonight, had a perfect trip.
Well done, Glen.
Thanks, Rob. It's been a while between drinks, but when you get to drive a filly like her, and yeah, just can't thank Team and Name enough.
How good was she? That was a really good win tonight. I mean, she had to do her fair share of work at the start of the race, which had me a little bit worried. I thought, well, I don't think she's going to be able to finish it off, but she proved everyone wrong. She darted up on the inside, and it was a great win, 152.7 in conditions getting a little bit on the wet side out there too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. The track was beautiful. It's a great surface out there, so you can run time. But she's improved so much since she was 2, and yeah, like Jason, Marg, and everyone. Jason's been driving her, and then I got the chance to get back on her tonight, and her form through the Breeders' Crown was exceptional. Her run last week was made up. It was about the only horse out wide that made up a lot of ground. So I knew that tonight, if she had a decent run, she'd be a chance. And the way the race was ran, with a solid tempo, and Jason probably had to do a bit too much work on nitro to get round, and I was lucky enough that I was the beneficiary.